All right, so day 2, Vinyasa. So super great job so far. Today we're gonna do hips and hamstrings. If you have a strap, you can grab it, blocks, you can grab it, but know that they're completely optional. Always get comfortable in your home, pillows, blankets, anything that you need. We'll get started on our backs today. And if you have a playlist, go ahead and start it. And once again, meet on your back. So I have 2 props up here, but once again, they're optional. I will cue to them, but you can also take it without the blocks if you need. Slowly drop down to your back, hug your right knee in, extend your left leg long, and circle through the right knee, right hip. Now, if you have a strap nearby, you can keep it close in hand's reach. Flex and point your toes, your ankle, move it around into a circle. And then if it feels okay, you can grab a strap, place it around the right foot and extend your right leg long, or no strap, hands behind the right thigh, calf or ankle. Move your shin a little bit closer to your nose, and you can also invite nose to the knee. Flex your right toes, move it just about 6 inches over to the left. And you can grab the outer edge of your foot with your left hand and right hand out to the side. Or if you have the strap, just a couple inches over and really ground to the outer edge of your right foot. Press your right hip forward. And you should find a nice stretch through the right IT band. The strap, you'll keep your legs straight and open to the right. With the no strap, bend your right knee over the right hip and open your right leg off to the side. Know that you can also invite a straight leg if it feels okay, nice and early. Arrive back up to center and then over to the left. So take your right hip over your left and supine twist. And then arrive back up to center, ditch your strap, take the right knee in, point your left toes long. And then other side, take your left knee in, extend your right leg long and circle through the left side. Point and flex your left foot. Circle your ankle, both directions. Take your left leg up to the sky, once again with a strap or not. No strap, hands go behind the back of your thigh. You can pull your shin in towards your nose or lift forehead close to your knee. Slowly relax your head down, take your left knee in. Then take your left knee over to the left and open up left side body. Take your time, supine twist over, left hip over the right. Arrive back up to center. Hug your left knee in, point your right toes. Hug both knees in. Grab the back of your thighs, rock back and forth. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet to touch, knees open wide. If you need to sit onto a prop, feel free. And then dive your arms forward, either reach forward or down onto your forearms. Then slowly lift yourself up. Take a seated pose. Cross the ankles, plant your hands, and find your length of your side body. Right hand down, left hand goes overhead. Find a full reach. And other side, left arm down, right hand overhead, reach. Back to center, twist over to the right, gaze over right shoulder. And back to center, gaze over left shoulder. Arrive back to center, hands to the hips, or hands to the knees rather. Circle onto the hips, torso, drop shoulder. Keep going at this twist and circle in opposite direction. All right, arrive back up to center, hands to your heart, interlace your fingers, reach your hands up, bump your rib cage right, left, maybe small circle. Arrive back up to center, hands to your heart, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Continue to breathe, inhale, exhale. Now visualize this lighter energy from your lower belly, lower back to the outer hips and expanding to the outer knees and outer roots. So you feel this lower lungs, lower belly, lower breath, all the way expanding your lungs, expanding your body, opening up, creating space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Take 3 more on your own. Then feel your lungs expand to your side body. Open up side body, ribs, front and back line of your center and heart, and open up shoulders. Feel light expand from the center to the outer lungs, to the outer walls, and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take 3 more rounds on your own. Feel connection to your practice. Feel connection in your home. And creating space mentally and physically. Last breath in. Deep breath out. Arrive to standing onto your knees. Draw your weight forward. Any extra cushion you need onto the knees, go ahead and take an extra pad, flip over your mat or anything that you need. Take goalpost arms. Eagle on the right, right arm underneath your left. Clap the hands together or grab your shoulders. Draw your elbows in line with your shoulders. Press your forearms away. Breathe into your upper lungs and upper back. And inner thigh still working towards the midline. On your inhale, reach your hands up. On your exhale, round and curl. 3 more, reach up. Exhale, round and curl. 2 more, breathe. Know that you can always go at your own pace. Exhale. 1 more. Deep exhale. Lengthen up. Switch out your hands. Left arm goes underneath your right. Lift your elbows up. Press your forearms away. Pause and breathe into mid and upper back. Really puff up the back of your lungs. On your next inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, round and curl. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly rise up. Tabletop position. Any organic movements, cat-cow, or you can sway from side to side. You can pull your chest forward for cow pose, round and curl. Anything that begins to feel good into your body. And take it for 2 more rounds. Then we'll invite hip circles. Neutralize your spine, take your knees out wide, and press your hips back, left and right, or full circle. Dive into the outer hips as you sway. Now, only if it feels okay into the lower back, you'll shift your weight forward. Slowly drop your hips. Feel your core engage, heart forward, toes up high. Child's pose, press your hips back. And take 3 more. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Lightly drop the hips and press your weight back. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Child's pose, walk your hands to the right, outside of your mat, big stretch. Drop your forehead down. Breathe into the left side of your lungs and left rib cage. Walk your hands to your left. Press your hips to your right. And breathe into the right side of your lungs. Arrive back to center, tabletop position. Let's go to modified side plank. So left knee stays down, left hand stays down. Reach your top hand all the way overhead, palm facing down. Tap your right toes towards the back of your mat. Like a heart lifter back bend, press your hips forward, reach back. Arrive back to center, right hand to your hip. Flex your right toes, you'll rise up, gate pose. Standing onto the left knee, shoulders over the hips, then plant the right hand down. Press your hips towards the left, reach your left hand overhead. Arrive back up to center, side body stretch, reach. Tabletop position, other side. Right hand down, right knee down, extend. Point your left toes to the back of your mat. Press your hips forward, bow through your body. Left hand to your hip, ground to the outer edge of your left foot. Slowly press away and rise up. So square your left hip down. So if it's lifted a little bit, plug in. Left hand down, reach your right hand high, and then overhead reach. Arrive back up to center. One more side body stretch. And then tabletop position. Downward facing dog, tuck your back toes, hips go high. Draw your toes slightly towards each other and the heels slightly out. Press your sitting bones back, internally rotate your thighs and spread the sitting bones. Take your feet hips width distance, pointing forward. And then ground to the outer edges of your feet to the right. So the hips stay high. You'll sway the hips slightly to the left. Ground to the outer edges of your feet. Other side, take your heels to the left. Press your hips back and slightly to your right. Gaze forward, Malasana Yogi squat. Travel your feet forward. Drop your seat down to a hover. You can roll out your wrists, sway from side to side, any wingspan or bind, that feels good. Runner's lunge on the right. Take a right foot forward, left leg back. Stay lifted to start and just move around the left leg, left hip. Maybe straighten out the leg if that feels good, or flex the right toes. You can drop the left hip slightly. And then runner's lunge with a quad stretch. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toes, right hand to your back foot. You can ground to the outer edge of your foot and slightly spin the right knee to the right. Arrive back up to center. Hands go down in tabletop position. Swing your right knee around. Now take tabletop balance with the right leg back and the left hand forward. Lift your hand foot high. Exhale, elbow to your knee. Inhale, feel length. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. And take 3 more. Shift your weight forward for 2. Last one. Lengthen and release. Take it to the other side. Shake out your wrists, right hand forward, left leg back. Lift your hand foot. Exhale, elbow to your knee. Inhale, feel length. Exhale, curl. Feel resistance. 3 more. Shift your weight forward 2. Last one. Lengthen and release. Runner's lunge on the left. So a big swoop of your left foot forward. Walk your right knee back. Quad stretch. Left hand to your back foot. You can kick into your hand or bring your heel closer to your glute. If you did other side, ground to the outer edge of your left foot. Hands go back to center. Lift your back knee. Straighten out your left leg. Flex your left toes. Shift your weight forward and back. And then keep your left knee bent and just invite like a circle or a sway, forward, back, side, side. Malasana Yogi squat. Take your right foot forward. Know that you can always sit onto a block. Shake out your wrists. Then forward fold, hands go down, hips go high. Travel your feet and hips with distance. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Tadasana, mountain pose, reach all the way up. Hands draw to your heart center. Let's take figure 4. So the right foot goes up. Flex your right toes. Shift your weight back and down. And drop your seat really low here. If you have props, you can bring them to any level and shift your weight back. You can drop your hands down to the ground or stay at heart center. Hands to your heart, slowly rise up. One leg Tadasana, side body stretch. Swing your right foot around. Reach your hands up. Grab your right wrist, bend left. Arrive back up to center. Figure 4, other side. Left knee comes up, cross over. Shift your weight back and down until you feel a stretch into the outer hips. Drop your seat low and shift your weight into the right heel. Any expressions are always welcome. When you're ready, one leg Tadasana. Side body stretch. Spin your left hand, foot around, grab your left wrist, and bend over to your right. Now Prasarita, hands to the hips, swing your left foot forward, toes in, heels out, and when you're ready, fold, drop your head down. Take your hands to the outer edges of your feet, shift your weight forward and fold. Halfway lift, right hand is your base, left arm high. Half bind and right hand to your left shin, calf or ankle. Other side, left hand is your base, right arm high. Half bind, left hand, right shin, calf or ankle. Arrive back to center. Skandasana to the left, left knee bends. Big wingspan or bind. You can gently press your left tricep into your left thigh. Hands to your heart center, to the right knee bends, to warrior 2. Shift your weight forward, arms out to a T, right knee bends. Both hands reach, reverse triangle, extended side angle, half or full bind. Draw your shoulders back in line with your hips and gently move your bicep towards the right thigh. Release your bind. Inhale, reverse warrior. Triangle pose, straighten out your right leg. Drop your right hand to a hover, open up your left side, and press your hips towards the back room. Left hand to your hip, gaze down, half moon pose. Rebend your right knee, shift your weight forward, launch forward, left toes go high. When you're ready, extended side angle, land lightly. Skandasana, back of your mat, left knee bends, or whichever way. Then Skandasana, right knee bends. Hold the big wingspan. Hands draw to your heart center, warrior 2, left knee bends, arms out to a T. Reverse triangle, both hands reach. Extended side angle, half or full bind. Release your bind. Inhale, reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Straighten out your left leg, press your hips back. Reach your right arm high. Right hand to your hip, gaze down. Rebend your left knee. Feel the foundation or use a prop and launch half moon pose. Extended side angle. Skandasana, right knee bends. Squat position, stay nice and low. Take elbows to the thighs, rock your weight side to side. Low lunge to the top, square your hips. Horizon lunge. Actually, let's make sure we're on the same foot. So let's step forward, top of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, bend your knees. Open arm twist, right hand back. Inhale, chair pose. Other side, open arm twist. And back to center, hands to your heart. Either prayer twist, side crow, or big wingspan. Take your time, side crows are always welcome for 3. Sink your weight lower, 2. And take your time, chair pose. Hands to your heart, other side twist. The same variation you took on the other side. Here for 3. Get lower, 2. Inhale, right back to chair pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step your left leg back, right foot forward, horizon lunge. Ground to the outer edges of your feet, front and back. Hands go down. Peace fingers to the big toes or side plank. Know that we will land in either low lunge or splits. Peace fingers to the big toes or side plank. Your choice. Hold 3, 2. If you're in side plank, lift your right leg, gaze forward, step to the top of your mat, half splits, or full if the hamstrings are feeling open. Drop your right hip down, pull your heart forward, and then drop chest. Shift your weight forward, lift your back knee. Take down dog kick, right toes go high. Walk your hands to the back of your mat, fold standing splits. Feet go hips width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, mountain pose, reach up. Hands to your heart center. One leg Tadasana, right knee arrives up. Either straight leg with the left hand to the foot and kick, or bent knee and right hand back behind you, twist. All right, back to center. Kick your right toes forward, hands down by your side. Hold 3, 2, and step your right foot to the middle of your mat and left knee comes up. Capture left knee or outer edge of your flexed foot. Left hand goes back behind you as you twist. Hands go back to center. Take your hands by your side. Left leg goes forward. Hold 3, 2. Step your left leg forward, right foot to join. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Low lunge, step your right foot back. Horizon lunge, spin to the outer edge of your feet. Hands go down, either side plank or peace fingers to the big toes. Know that you can also modify with the right knee down. When you're ready, extend your variation. For 3, know that we will land with the left heel forward in 2. Lift your left leg, gaze down to the top of your mat, and spin forward. Half splits. Draw your right hip forward, left hip back, and nose down towards your knee. Stronger breath here. All right, back to center. Shift your weight forward, lift your back knee. Down dog kick, left toes high. Walk your hands to the back of your mat and fold. Feet go hips width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, Malasana Yogi squat. And take your feet out wide. Option here, crow pose. Know that you can stay in Malasana, crow pose, and we will land back in Malasana Yogi squat. Crow pose is hands down, knees to the outer triceps. Shift your weight forward, one foot and then the other. Come down at any time. We're here for 5. Right, when you're ready, Malasana Yogi squat. Stay nice and low, high plank pose. Walk to the top of your mat. Straighten out your legs. Dolphin pose. Hips go high, drop down to your forearms. Walk your feet in. Option to bring your right toes high. Option for a little bit of playtime. Know that you can always stay in dolphin pose. Either stay where you are or rest in child's pose with a tricep stretch. Bend your elbows, take your prayer hands back behind you. Walk your elbows a little bit more forward and drop your chest down. Reach your hands forward as an 11 for second round dolphin pose. Tuck your back toes, bring your hips up high. Goal to bring your shoulders over your hips. Take your left toes high. Little bit of playtime if you like, or hold dolphin pose. Drop down to your knees when you're ready. Puppy dog pose, hips stay over the knees. Reach your hands forward and drop your chin down or forehead down. Slide your weight forward for cobra pose. Tense your fingertips off to the side, wider than your mat. Inhale, lift up cobra and hover down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up, hover down. One more. Inhale, lift up, hover down. Tuck your back toes, high plank pose with strength. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take your right toes high for warrior one. Right foot forward. Back foot 45-degree angle. Reach all the way up. Chest expansion. Hands go back behind you. Knuckles slide down and away. Lift your heart up. On your next exhale, humble warrior, drop the crown of your head down. Rebend your right knee. Relax your hands down and then walk your hands to the top left corner. Ground to the outer edges of your feet, almost like a side downward dog. Press into your hands, hips slightly to the right. Low lunge, frame your right toes, spin to the ball mount of your left foot. Horizon lunge, pivot. Down dog kick, right toes go high, open up your hip, circle any movement that feels good. Then keep a straight leg and open up your hip here. Half pigeon on the right, right knee meets your right wrist. Find length, option to thread your needle. Right hand goes forward, left shoulder down, left ear down. And know if that's too much, just come down to your forearms. And just 3 more rounds of breath here. Straighten out your arms. Take your right hand as your base. Bend your left knee and capture either the top of your foot, find a quad stretch, or any variation that you like here. Slowly release your left foot and tuck your back toes. One leg plank, right leg at a hover. Modified wild thing, step off towards the left, press your hips up. Hands go down, high plank pose. Chaturanga halfway down. Upward facing dog, pull your heart forward. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Left toes forward for warrior one. Reach your hands up. Chest expansion. Knuckles go down and away, lift your heart and breathe. On your next exhale, humble warrior. Relax your hands down and walk your hands to the right corner. Ground to the outer edges of your feet and press your hips to the left. Find a low lunge. Horizon lunge, ground through the outer edges of your feet. Low lunge, hands go down. Down dog kick, left toes go high. Half pigeon on your left. If you thread the needle, right shoulder goes down, right ear goes down, and breathe. And once again, know that you can always come down to your forearms. 3 more rounds of breath here. Slowly lift up. Left hand is your base. Bend your right knee and capture the top of your foot. Each variation, each side is going to feel a little bit different. Square your hips, right hip forward. Breathe. Slowly release your foot. Tuck your back toes. Let's go to down dog kick first. Open up your hip and circle. Keep your left leg straight and open up. One leg plank, shift your weight forward. Modified wild thing. Step to the side, press your hips high. Hands go down, high plank pose, vinyasa, halfway down, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Step or hop through to a seat. If you have a strap, you can place it around your feet. If you have a block, you can place it lowest level under your heels. And again, if no props are totally fine, you get the same stretch. Reach your hands up and fold. You can reach for your calves, outer edges of your feet and pull back, or your prop. Breathe into your lower lungs and really feel the hips, lower back, expand. Two more rounds of breath here. All right, and slowly rise up. Bend your knees. Go ahead and ditch your props. If you have two blocks, you can bring them back to your mat for either bridge or Supta Baddha Konasana and Shavasana. Take your feet to the top of your mat, come all the way down to your back, hug your knees in. Bridge pose, either have the block to the second level or wherever it feels good and rest down. Know that active bridge is great here too. Now I will cue to the prop. Know that you can stay in bridge pose if you don't have one or if it does not feel good. Hip flexor stretch, take the right knee in, extend your left toes long, and feel as if you're being pulled in two opposite directions. Right knee back, left toes forward. Other side, left knee in, right leg long. Feet go down, hips with distance. Lift away from your prop. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can take the blocks at the second level to your knees. And also knowing if you go to Shavasana, you can take the blocks underneath the thighs at the second level, and that's helped to release the hamstrings. It's a great pose. We'll hold here 2 more rounds of breath. All right, happy baby pose. Grab to the outer edges of your feet and back of your thighs. And yogis, to be mindful of time, this will be our last pose of class. If you need plow pose or even supported headstand, anything to help complete your practice, I invite you to take it here. When and if you're ready for your final Shavasana, set it up, either props, no props, pillows, anything to get you nice and comfortable. And release the crown of the head down, release the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And get settled into your space here. As you close your eyes, you can really tune in anywhere. You can visualize darkness, but see stars. Visualize the moon at any phase. And the moonlight touching your skin. And as you inhale, the moonlight gets brighter. Connect with the energy and vibration that the moon carries onto your body. Feel creative in your mind. Continue to see stars. And then as you sink into your space, visualize a place where you're laying down, maybe in a hot tub, in the grass, on the beach. Where are you connecting to the earth? Feeling the energy of the moon. And then you find that bit of stillness right in between as you breathe. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And to be mindful of your time, I will guide you out of your resting pose, but you have the option to stay onto your back for as long as you like. As you breathe a little bit deeper, reach your arms overhead, full body stretch. And roll to the right or left side. Use your bicep as a pillow. When you're ready, slowly arrive up to a comfortable seat. And draw your hands to your heart center. Feel creative in your mind. Connect with the space in your body. And visualize the light that shines within. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Heart to mind. Bow to each other's practice. Namaste.